Hey everybody, it's time for our bi-weekly church tour. Obviously, I'm not Father Tom. It's me, Brian Goforth, this year's senior warden, and I'm filling in for him today. Tom's on vacation, hopefully having a good time lounging on a beach somewhere, I hope. Today I wanted to start with some bad news and some good news. The bad news is we have not gotten our final permit from the city, which is quite frustrating because our company's really ready to move. But there's some engineering review that has to be done, and it hasn't been done yet, and so we're still waiting for that. So that's the bad news. But the good news is, despite that, there's lots of stuff that's going on. For example, I'm out here in the church courtyard, and you can see it's getting a little overgrown, but the reason I'm out here is that I wanted to show you what happened to the education building today. Just today, actually. Back in the fall, the heater crashed and it had to be replaced, and the roof needed some work. And so the east side, which we can't see, was re-roofed earlier. But we didn't want to do the west side because when the walkway had to be taken off, they would have to tear off some of the new roofing that they had done. So we waited until the walkway was removed, and today the west side of our ed building now has a brand new roof. So it's got a new heater, a new air conditioner, and a new roof. So it's really shaping up. So let's go take a look at what's going on inside the church. So it's a little dark in here, but we're going to walk down this way because I want to show you some things that have been happening in the Montessori area. But first, then we're going to stop right here because this is the east wall of the parish hall. And you see it's framed here, right here. This is going to be a set of double doors. And then right here will be some big windows, so we'll have a nice view to the outside here. And then we're framed in for the other set of double doors that will both also exit out into the courtyard. So here's the entrance to the Montessori area. As you can see, it's cement floors because there was asbestos in here too, and it's all been gutted. We might have some light in here. I'm going to test it and see.
It adjusts enough, but there we go.
Oh, so here the bathrooms are getting a refresh. You can see that they've cut out the old drywall. They'll have new toilets, new sinks, and new drywall and new flooring. In here, the chickadee classroom is also going to get refreshed. They're ready to start replacing the old aluminum windows with new vinyl windows, so those are going to be replaced. And once everything's done, it'll have new carpeting, new flooring, and a new paint job. So it'll have a nice refresh as well as everything that's going on in the main part of the church. Over here, you can see that last week Father Tom showed you from the kitchen side the new framing that's going there. But here, if you come in the new Montessori office, they're gaining this much more space. So it's gone from a pretty tight office. They'll have a little bit of more breathing room in here when they come in. Also, in this hallway that used to be the passageway to the old nursery, now there will be a closet for extra storage right in here. So I know our directress is really excited about having that extra storage space for Montessori materials. Coming back into the parish hall, we can see now that there's been some work done here in the kitchen area. Today they were even doing some framing. So as you can see, right here will be our pass-through window into the dishwashing area. This is going to be one of the doorways into the kitchen area. This open area right here will be the serving counter, and then we'll have a second doorway into the kitchen right here. So that'll make some nice flow for the kitchen so people can go in one door and out the other and not worry about having to crash into somebody else coming one way while you're going the other way with their arms full. You might take a quick peek in the chapel. Nothing has changed very much in here, with the exception that there's a few boards and things. They're getting ready to do some more work in here, but I'm not exactly sure what. But it does remind me to talk to you about one thing. You might have read online that we want to do a collection of comments. We want to give you the opportunity to write your hopes, your dreams, your prayers for the church. We'll take those, we'll put them on index cards, and then they'll be tacked up on the walls here behind behind the drywall once the drywall goes up. So this is something we want to get from you as soon as possible. And then our team will put those up in the walls behind the drywall. And then 50 years from now, when our people who come after us do the next remodel, they can see what our hopes and dreams and ideals and prayers were for the Church of the Good Shepherd. So all you have to do is either email them to office@goodshepherdvancouver.org, or you can send it into the church. You know, you have a team of people that work with the architect and the builder every week. Amanda Bagdanoff, Earl Ellis, and I. And we come every week, either in person or on a conference call, and talk to the architects and our builder about what's going on. And this past couple of weeks, last week, we spent like 2.5 hours reviewing all the plumbing fixtures. And we looked at all the faucets, all the toilets, everything that there is to make sure that all the fixtures are going to be what we want them to be. Secondly, we just today we looked at all the electrical fixtures and all the lighting, all the light switches, and you name it, so that we would have it all set to go. All right. I'm not sure what that sound is. Maybe hopefully it's not an alarm, but we're going to keep going.
They're set to test, so there won't be anybody dispatched.
Here, nothing really has changed in the sanctuary at this point. Again, there's nothing else that can be done now until we get that permit. But it does look spacious without the pews in it. More spacious, I should say. All right, we're going to go this way through the area now. It's all opened up. Again, this wall will get pushed out so it's parallel once we get the permits. And then our nursery will be back here, and our family restroom will be right about here. Our narthex will have a little bit larger area. It's a little more spacious than we come in. Now there's some things that have happened down here. Tom showed you how the office area has been gutted in preparation to move these walls out. And last time when we came through here, you might have remembered there was a temporary wall here that was supporting the roof. They had to support that so they could get in the beams that will support this roof, because eventually these walls will go out for more office space and the new restrooms with a flat roof over them. But they had to support our existing roof before they could do that. So you can see some nice big beams have been put in here, 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 all the way down this wall. So now our roof and headers up there. So now our roof is well supported, so that the next step, when we get the permits, we can start pushing these walls out. They can bring the excavators in and pull out the sidewalk and the asphalt and get started on framing that out. We'll have a nice wide hallway coming down through here to the restrooms. And one thing I want to show you is also this post right here is, again, it's another support beam. It's supporting this area until we get a chance to start framing in the walls and supporting that. We'll have a drop-down step up to our mezzanine up there where some of our heating and cooling equipment will be. Now the last part of the tour is coming down here, and this is for Altar Guild, Acolyte Ministry, and lay readers, and anyone who's preaching. Taylor, if you'll just wait here a second.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to let a little light in here. So as we know, this wall will go out so that the sacristy and the acolyte area will expand out that way. So we'll have a larger area in here. And then what was the robing room?
Oh.
My door went so close. There. So that's been all the clothing racks have been taken out. The wall that separated from the old maintenance closet has been taken out. So we'll have this area back here for storage. We'll still have all this area up here for all the priest and lay reader robes, and then we'll have banners for the altar guild. So really, again, more and more space. So now we're back outside here, and I hope you've enjoyed the tour. We'll be back with you in 2 more weeks. And hopefully by then we'll have the permit and we'll have lots more to show you. So I hope you enjoyed this. Take care. As Father Tom says, stay safe in the Lord. Thank you.